Hey, TactiGal NYC. I'm here today to talk to you about a super exciting new product from SKD Tactical. So a lot of you guys might be familiar with them. They have the Alpha PIG glove, which is super popular amongst a lot of shooters, to be honest. Full disclosure, I own a number of pairs of those bad boys. They're great gloves. I mean, I've used them for quite some time in the range. They're awesome. I have nothing bad really to say about them. The funny thing is though, this past SHOT Show, I was introduced to their brand new PIG Charlie gloves. They are the full dexterity tactical gloves, specifically made for women. That whole saying, you know, fits like a glove. These were like Cinderella and her glass slipper, because you put them on and you immediately notice that they fit, you know, a bit tighter in the finger area. They're more tapered for a female hand. And most often than not, most of us women shooters, we have to just kind of go ahead and buy, you know, men's smalls, which sometimes fits, most often doesn't, or at least doesn't fit quite the way that it needs to. These Charlie gloves kind of take it to a whole other level, especially for the female shooters. And what's awesome about them is that they do offer this line in particular in a variety of sizes. So the range is so rock solid that you're bound to find a pair that fit you to a T. So I highly suggest checking these out. Let me let you know why. So one of the first things that you're going to notice on these gloves is that the fabric, especially in the palm area, is very thin. It's not bulky, it's not cumbersome. When you put it on, you're going to get that nice, tight, smooth fit. With regards to the trigger finger especially. So your trigger finger is like the most important finger of the day on the range. It is the star pupil. And that said, you know, they've got this little patch, this great patch of ultra thin synthetic suede, which is actually going to help increase your sensitivity on the trigger. You're on the range. I live in New York. It's cold in the winter. For me, I really do benefit from wearing a glove that's going to provide me some warmth, but I also want functionality. And with this glove, this particular fabric is actually fantastic because you really don't feel like you're wearing anything. And you have a real strong sensation of your finger on that trigger, so you're able to pull it smooth and straight to the rear. You don't have that sense that there's like a lot of bulky fabric between you and your trigger. So that's actually awesome. And to boot, let me let you know about something. So a lot of you guys are probably familiar with touchscreen friendly gloves. Usually you get like a teeny little bit on the tip that's like, you know, the sort of the fabric specific to that, or maybe you get some of the sort of the silver threading that goes through, and after time it wears out, they stop working, you get frustrated, you know, and you're out buying another set of gloves. These, what's awesome about these is that this whole region, this synthetic suede, is actually all touchscreen friendly. So if you're someone like me who is on the range, you're taking video, you're uploading, you're text messaging, whatever technology you might be using while you're on the range, you're going to have full ability to do so without taking off your gloves, which is awesome. Because again, when it's cold out, the last thing you want to do is have to take your gloves off, put them back on, just to, you know, to do a few messages or upload a couple videos or whatnot. So moving on from that, we go on the backside, and what you're going to see is this ballistic nylon padded area on the knuckles, which is great because look, you know, you're on the range, you're moving steel targets, you're moving gear. It's very easy to bang up your hands, and you don't want to do that. And what I find sometimes are a little difficult with a lot of tactical gloves is that they put so much padding, which is, you know, great for certain things, but you sort of lose that dexterity and it just sort of feels like you're wearing boxing gloves. This actually provides you protection on those really sensitive bony areas without actually minimizing your ability to have full movement in your hands, full flexibility, and that actually goes along with these flex joints that are sewn in that are great, because this again is going to allow your fingers, all your joints, to have that full movement, so your grips aren't going to be compromised. You're going to get that nice tight grip on your firearm, and you're not going to feel any kind of stiffness or resistance, which is awesome. Another thing you're going to notice is that because these are specifically designed for women, the wrist area is actually very small, and you can adjust it with the sort of the strap and Velcro, but you're gonna get a nice, smooth, snug fit on your glove, which is sometimes difficult with gloves that are made for men because they just naturally have bigger wrists. So this is great because you're gonna get a really tight fit. It's a low profile. So when you're wearing it on your hand, you're not going to get interference if you're wearing long sleeves, or maybe you've got a watch, or you've got like a shot timer watch, things like that. You're not going to get that fabric sort of competing with each other, and it sort of becomes bulky and uncomfortable. This, it hits you right in the right spot. You get a nice tight fit with the Velcro, and it's just going to keep the cold air out. It's going to keep your hands warm. And it's also going to keep them dry, because if you notice in the suede, there's actually ventilation that's built into it. So it's going to keep your hands ventilated and keep them dry so you don't get that kind of sweaty palm sensation. But it's still going to provide you a lot of warmth, which is great in those cold weather areas when you want that glove that's going to keep your hands warm. And then conversely, when you're on the range and you're working on a long gun, and this is going to protect you from any kind of increased temperature and things like that if you're dealing with rails that are getting a little bit heated up. So all in all, I think this is a fantastic glove, and it comes in much like the Alpha Pig gloves for men. It comes in a variety of colors, so you have a lot of choice. And the most important thing, like I said, is just the fit. So it's really awesome to see companies like SKD Tactical being progressive thinkers and looking ahead to the future. There's a lot of new female shooters coming out into the world, and I think it's awesome that they offer a product that is made for us. It's designed specifically for what our needs might be. So the verdict is these are amazing gloves, and I highly suggest go check out SKD Tactical's website. They've got a ton of information there. You can order them. They've got all the different color information, the different sizes that they carry. You really can't go wrong with these, and if you've been a fan of the Alpha Pig gloves and you're a female shooter, you're going to go crazy over these, because you're going to see what I'm seeing, that the fit is just, it's tremendous, and it makes all the difference in the world. So thanks for watching. This is TactiGal NYC. Go check me out at TactiGalNYC.com or on Instagram at TactiGalNYC. Bye.